7:30. Is it 7:30? Yeah, it's 7:32. It's early in this piece, all right? I didn't realize I had subscribers. I did not realize I had subscribers. I don't look at the numbers like that, like, because I absolutely just love talking about entertainment and TV and things like that. So for the people that have subscribed, I don't know how many of you there are. I think it's a few, but it doesn't really matter. I want to say thank you for watching my videos and thank you for subscribing, and I love y'all. We start out, Shantae Moore goes with Leela James and what's the girl's name? Chrisette Michelle. They go to the spa and they're talking and everything is, you know, it's a good girl like bonding moment. I think they're still kind of building their relationship, and with that, Chrisette reveals that she is going to be playing or performing at this club called the Savoy in LA. I'm assuming it's in LA, but I guess it's in the LA area. And so Shantae was telling her, you know, look, the sound is kind of janky. Okay, so cut to, and this will probably be out of order because I'm doing it straight from the dome, all right? So she gets to the venue to perform, and apparently it's a notorious, the place is notorious for making the audience wait, and they wanted to go on, they wanted her to go on at 11:45, and she wanted to go on at the time she was scheduled, which is 11:30. And she's like, look, I'm not about this. Like, I go on when I'm supposed to. I'm on time. So this place looks like the hottest place on earth, okay? I don't know if they ain't got no AC in that piece. They ain't got no fans. I mean, this shit looks like, you know, the devil's lair, okay? It is hot in this bitch, all right? I mean, Chrisette was pouring sweat. She wasn't even, it wasn't even like cute, you know, or sexy. I mean, she was like, she was glistening or glowing. No, she was straight sweating, all right? And with that, I mean, it looked like the Satan's plague pen. I mean, it was hot. Okay, so with that, now keep all of that in mind. Her earpiece goes out, and Shantae had told her, like we said, the sound is a bit on the janky side, but she kept on through and she kept going. And what I noticed is, like, Chrisette is very intense. Like, she's like, oh my god, did I do well? Blah blah blah. She's very, like, I'm telling you, a yay moment is coming. If it ain't came yet in her life, it's coming, because she's very, like, intense and, like, I mean, as you should be. And she's very, I mean, she sang her ass off. So it's like, I like her. I'm intrigued by her because I just am, but I like her now. I like her. She ain't about this bullshit, okay? Little Mo is talking to Claudette because Claudette last season, I don't know if it was last season if she was going through the divorce, but she was going through, I don't know, so let me know if that's true. But she's going through a divorce, went through a divorce. Lil Mo is going through a divorce. And she's talking to Claudette about what she should do. So Claudette is like, you know, just pray on it and just talk to them, because they probably know. And Little Mo said, you know, this last time with the girls' dads, I think she has 4 children. I'm not sure. She could have 5. I don't know. But with the girls' dads, she didn't say, or she didn't have a conversation with them. She just said, hey, well, he wasn't around anymore, and it was like, hey, this new dude, which it turned out to be her last husband, now ex-husband or future ex-husband, Philip. So she never told them, like, yo, this isn't working, blah blah blah. All right, so we cut to the conversation Lil Mo has with her children, and she sit down. First of all, I don't even know, like, I don't even want to get on like appearance, but like, I'm so confused. Lil Mo is like a hood Minnie Mouse, hood Disney. I don't know. Whatever. All right, I'm not going there with it. I don't know. She just, she's expressive in her look, we'll say. Okay, so with that, she tells her kids that she's getting a divorce. She tells all of the kids that she's getting a divorce from Philip. And she says, you know, you kind of know something is going on because he hasn't been around. And so apparently this is the father to at least one of the children. It's hard to keep up because there's so many of them. I don't know. But this is the father of one of the children. I think his name was Justin. And she was like, you know, I wanted to talk to you guys. And, you know, I just wanted you to know that we're getting a divorce. And how does that make you feel? And so apparently one of her daughters has sent this text that said, my mom looks miserable and I never want to be like that. Or something to that effect. And it's like, damn. What? And that really hurt Mo. But I'm thinking what she doesn't or never took into consideration is that kids know shit. I remember when I was 5, seeing my parents, my mom and my stepfather argue, and then this nigga wasn't in the house no more. And like, you just know it. Like, I know it on my mom now, and I'm in my 30s. Like, I can just tell when there's something wrong. The problem with this whole situation was that this shit was so uncomfortable. You know how, like, you overhear a conversation that you're not supposed to hear? You like, damn. That's the way it was. Like, it was just so uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if this should have been done off camera, and I get it. I mean, it's her real life, and she's going through a divorce, and, you know, this relationship, this portion of her life is ending, but damn. Michel'e sits down with Claudette and she says to her that they're again talking about this suicide PSA or suicide foundation that she's going to do. And she tells Claudette that it was 6 months before the Diva monologues that she tried to kill herself. And Claudette was kind of like flabbergasted, like, damn, wow. So Michel'e gets to the PSA place with Don Cornelius' son, and let me just say, his voice makes me uncomfortable. He's like, yeah, you know, whatever you want to do, baby, it's okay. Yeah, no, sweetie. I don't know, maybe it's like the pet names and I mean, it's very like Quiet Storm, but in almost a creepy old man with that old man cologne on you kind of vibe. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. And I love me a older gentleman, but it's something about Mr. Don Cornelius' son. I don't know his name. Anyway, so we get to the PSA, and Chrisette didn't read the script. She just got there and she was going to perform it. So she's reading it and she's like, do you know the blah blah of suicide? And it was like, she crying, and it's like, I get it. Like I tweeted last night, Michel'e is still hurting. Like, she's not out of that hurt place. She's still on the, this is hopeful. She's still on the, I tried to kill myself. I don't think she's moved past that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's you can still, I mean, the very thought of her attempting to commit suicide whenever this was, 6 months before the Diva logs, she still hurt. Like, she said, it's still some residual pain there. And so she's, I'm not saying what she's doing is fake. I'm saying I don't think she's ready to do the suicide foundation, because she generally can't talk about her situation without crying. So if you can't talk about yours, how are you going to talk about mine? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. So, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like she's still hurt. She's not over it. I don't know. It's like she don't want to work. I feel like she just don't want to do nothing but talk about this. But I'm not trying to sound harsh, but you're going to have to move. You have to make a choice. Okay? That gets the girls together to go meet with the man who is over the whole carnival tourism thing that they're supposed to be doing. And again, little Mo is dressed for a nightclub. When I tell you, she had on the skin tight rainbow-ish dress with these stiletto heels. It was just like a hot mess, but all right, whatever. So they get in there and they're talking to him, and you know, he's like, this is great, everybody's so excited. Lil Mo busts out and she's saying, well, how we getting paid? Where the money at? Okay, great great question. I think Lil Mo has no tact. Or, yeah, I don't say she's tactful. I'm not saying she's tacky. Is she tacky? I don't know. But she doesn't have any tact. And so they essentially don't really know anything. So she didn't know, when they said carnival, she was assuming that it was going to be like a carnival with like a Ferris wheel, not like a carnival celebrating, you know, the heritage and things, the culture of their country. Shantae has a song called I Know Right? I Know, which is supposed to be this women's anthem. So she released a song last year, whatever the gospel song that she performed last year on the, I think it was like towards the end. Jesus, I know that Jesus loved me. Jesus loved me. Jesus loves me, or something like that. Anyway, so the album, the song is doing well, and so her manager says, well, you know, we need to carefully kind of plan our next step. So I have an idea. Why don't we get some of the girls to be on this bonus track that wasn't on the album? It's called I Know Right? The title is whack, but whatever. So Shantae was kind of hesitant, but then she was like, you know, the one thing that I do regret is not taking a lot of risk in my career. So she agrees to do it. Okay, here we go. These people don't play well together. Like, they just don't play well together. So I already knew this was going to be toe up. All right. So Shantae asked Chrisette, Leela, and Mo to be on the song. She was like, you know, the song is unfinished. It's not where I want it to be. But, you know, it's supposed to be this girl power anthem. And I want you guys to be on the song and contribute lyrically and vocally to the song. Okay, cut to, they get to the studio and Shantae is playing the track and she's like, you know, sing blah blah blah, I know right, background vocals. And so they quickly realize that, you know, yo, we're not going to be writing on the song, we're actually just going to be performing vocals. And Chrisette, being the most awesome woman that she is, she was like, yo, so are we doing background or like what is this? And she was like, yeah, you're just gonna sing the blah blah. Shantae, yeah, you're just gonna sing the blah blah blah. She was like, look, I'm gonna keep it 1,000,000. I'm very uncomfortable just singing background because I thought we were gonna contribute lyrically and blah blah blah. I don't sing background vocals. Lil Mo was like, I ain't sing background vocals. I haven't sang background vocals since '98. It's like, all right. So they go through, they're like, all right, fuck it. They go through and they do the vocals. But at that point, the vibe, like the whole aura just changed. Because essentially, they were brought on to be background singers. And they're all lead singers. Here's the thing with that. It was a gross miscommunication on both their parts, and this is why I say that. They assumed that they would be singing lead vocals. Shantae let them assume that they would be singing. I mean, she presented it in a way like, you know, it's going to be, you're going to write and this is going to be blah blah blah. But essentially, it wasn't, it was, the way it was presented was like a misrepresentation. It was like fucked up, basically. And so, you know, they went on through it and the vibe, like I said, the vibe was done and Shantae shut the session down. She was like, nope, no more. And that's when things go downhill. So apparently next week, this singular incident is where the tension starts for the Divas. So we'll see.